Hey y'all, it's Kathy and I am back. Gonna continue this little pocket and tags and journal cards and getting the backs covered. And I know I told y'all I'd be back in a minute, or in a second, but I went to get a cup of coffee and discovered that my husband was home with groceries. So I've been putting up groceries, been doing laundry. I started the laundry this morning and I am so bad. Is anybody else bad about forgetting your laundry once you get it started and get it going? I forget. I'll lay down in bed at night and it'll be like, oh, there's laundry. There's a load of laundry in the washer. Okay. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, it stays there till the morning. And then I may or may not remember it. Okay, now, here's the thing. I'm fixing to make a mess. No, I'm not going to spray it because I want to use it. I was going to spray it with water and see where the ink would go, but, yeah. Well, I could dry it, couldn't I? Okay, so, if you're new to this video, my printer had stopped printing magenta ink. It had stopped dropping the magenta ink, so these were really bright yellow-green papers. And it's not my favorite color. So, I just inked them up a little bit, and I'm just gonna drop a little water from way up here and see what they do. See if this ink's gonna spread out anymore. And I just sprayed a little tiny bit of water. Well, it got some interesting little dots in the green. And this turned a little more brown than yellow, so that's good. Okay, so can't find my mind today, y'all. Can't find my mind. Now, do we wonder why my mat becomes all icky? Yes, it's my fault. But it'll be alright. In the end, it's not the cleanliness of the mat that counts, is it? It's the wonder of the project. The beauty of the project. Okay, so I think I'll dry these a little bit if I can get to my dryer and if it's plugged in. That's hot. Ooh, y'all, you know what I just discovered? I just discovered that my hair straightener tool is on. It says it's off. But it's warm. I think I may have left it plugged in. It's turned off, but I think it's still plugged in. And as a matter of fact, it is. Okay, lesson learned, folks. Do not leave one of these jokers plugged in, even if you have it turned off. Because guess what? It doesn't turn off all the way. Okay. let's see where this is plugged in at. Okay, this is plugged in up here. It's good. Okay. Alright, we're finally going to get to dry some. Okay, sorry I did not warn you to turn your volume down. Sorry. Okay, now, we're just gonna let this be a surprise. Set this one over here. Get this one up here in front of me. This is a journaling card. And I'm gonna get my glue out. I'm going to cover my ink up. And we're just going to cover the backs of these cards. And I'm going in from the corner because if you remember, these printed with a border. So we'll just let them be. Okay, next one. See if that'll fit that way. Nope, it will not. And I could have covered the back of this before I cut them out, but I was unsure what I was going to make out of them. A couple of them are going to be pockets. They don't need backing, so you can do it either way. Wouldn't hurt anything if a pocket had a backing. If one of our tags will fit here, and it will not because of that edge. There's not enough room between here and here for that tag, so we will get our other piece of paper and do the same thing with it. To be honest with you, I'm happy to use up both of these pieces of paper because they're not my favorite color. And I could get some gesso out. I could cover them again with something else if I really, really don't like them. But I think they'll turn out okay for writing space on the backs of the tags. And such. So, how are y'all doing? I don't think I even asked you that in the last video. So, how are y'all doing? Tell me how you're doing. I hope you're all feeling good today and having some fun. I am. And we have 2 more. And we'll put that one there because it's a little taller, and that one there. Watched a couple of videos this morning, and I've got all kinds of ideas written down. But this popped up on my desk this morning, and so I thought, well, let's just go ahead and get those done. Get something done with them anyway. Something done, something done. Oh me, oh my. Went out and checked on my parents. They both nap a pretty good bit during the day, and those are the pockets. They were both napping, so that was a good thing. Except I try to keep them occupied in the evenings, make sure they're staying awake in the evenings, because sometimes they don't sleep good. And it just so happens that neither one of them slept good last night. They both said they were up every couple of hours. And you might say, well, that's not too unusual, but they have separate bedrooms, so yeah. They have like a Jack and Jill bathroom between their bedrooms, but the way it's fixed, where I have their recliners, they can leave both doors to the bathroom open, and they can see each other through the bathroom. So yeah, they visit during the day, and they actually get up and go visit each other's bedrooms too, so that's good. So I hope that they will both sleep well tonight. Okay, now it is scissors time. And then when I'm putting this up while I'm still crafting, I just put the cap over it, and I turn it right side up in the bottle and put the cap over it and set it back in my little blue thingy. Okay, so let's get these cut out. These might be a little bit drier. You might say these are very rustic looking tags. Journaling cards, these are. Very rustic. And I see a couple of edges where I didn't get the glue great, but I can go back and fix that with a little art glitter glue. I have no rhyme nor reason when I cut things. I just cut. Whack away at it here. So I guess I could go ahead and decorate these up with a few flowers and such. And you know what else I usually do? I have a pair of scissors that stays sticky, that I usually use when I'm cutting out something sticky, gluey. Okay, yeah, that's going in the garbage. Then we'll turn them over and see what we've got. And I'm just kind of following this little torn edge a little bit because I'm going to ink it, and it'll pick up that torn part. I think. Okie dokie. I know y'all are thrilled watching me silently cutting these tacks out. I'm sorry. Oh, it is an absolutely beautiful day here today. And I think it's supposed to be like in the 70s. It got down pretty cool last night. I told my dad I'd turn the heat on for him if he wanted. And he said, no, y'all are comfortable. And it'll heat up again this afternoon. We'd be hollering for the air conditioning this afternoon if I turned the heat on. What I need to do is get him one of those little plug-in electric heaters so that we can just put it by his chair when he gets cold. Because my husband and I like for it to be cold. I would have it 50 degrees in here if I could. And he would too. 30 degrees is t-shirt weather for him. Thinks that's because he worked outside so much. All of his working career. He will sometimes take a flannel shirt. I'm talking about if it's down in the teens. He will take a flannel shirt, roll the sleeves up, button 2 buttons, and that's his winter coat. Funniest thing. But he does wear it over his t-shirt, so I guess that's layering up. So that's what they say to do, layer it up. So, yeah. And that's a little jagged edge, so I'm just kind of cutting jaggedy like that. Yeah, I've got couple of ideas from Edith at Scrapbooking with Me. Got a couple of ideas from her on videos that I've watched recently. And then I've got Silver and Sparkles. Boy, she's been doing those one-sheet wonders, or I think she calls them one-page wonders. And she's got a lot of great ideas. Great ideas. So yeah, I've got a few things that I want to work on and get videos made. You know what I'm going to do? Take this paper and I'm going to... I don't suggest this. Wiping your blades. You might get cut. And I don't want anybody to get cut. But I did get the glue right off of my blades. Okay, now let's see what we got going on after a sip of coffee. Y'all, I have to confess, I need to be on a diet. I really do. But yeah, my second coffee of the morning is usually mochaccino. I get that chocolate out and put it in there. Okay, that's not too offensive, is it? Might put a little washi flour or something on there. Yeah, those are good. We can write on them. They need to be decorated. And let's see about these. Yeah, these are not too offensive. All right, very good. I think we can work with those. Okay, journaling cards. I'm going to reach over here and just grab a handful of flowers. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? That's very pretty. Should we make a garden? Let's make a garden. What else is going to go in our garden? We've got tulips. Tulips and daylilies bloom together. Too much of the same color. Have we got anything pink? That has a bow tied around it. We don't want that in our garden. Might be good on one of our tags. Oh, there's something pretty. I'm gonna lose a lot of those though. No. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Okay. What are we thinking about that? I think I like it. So we know we're going to ink all of them. So I'm going to get over here and ink. And this will kind of bring them together so they're a little bit more cohesive. Look like they match a little more. Okay, so now let's just get some glue on them. Now these on the outsides. That one's going to live about like that. Might help to get the other journaling cards out from under it, right? This one is going to be on the other side. Well, I have a whole stack of ephemera in this style too. And there we go. That one's going to go right in the middle. Now, what I could have and probably should have done was taken a little piece of cheesecloth or something like that and put behind it lace or something. Might do that on the next one. Might put some lace across the top of this one or something, or across the bottom. There we go. Now if we want to, we can put some lace right across there. I think we will. Let's see what we got. See what's up in the lace bin over here. I think it's going to be this right here. Okie. Yep, I think that looks cute. Right across there. Cut it right here. And leave ourselves a little bit to work with there. Get the pin back in the glue if I can. Boy, some days are good, some days are better. And get the Fabri-Tac. I always use Fabri-Tac when I'm attaching anything to fabric because it just sticks, it works, it does what it's supposed to. I don't have to sit there and hold it while it does its thing. Grabs pretty quick, but it still does give you time to move something around if you need to. Now, figure out which end's up. This appears to me to be the front. We'll hope that it really is. See, I had just that little bit of time to move that around a little bit. Cute! That reminds me of a kitchen window. Ha! Cute, cute. And then we can write on the back. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see what we can do with this one. How about that? We'll pull that right over there. Let's see what I've got in here. I think I kind of like this. And I kind of like this. And I'm making a mess. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Hitchhikers. I've got my lace and ribbon scraps in a bin right here behind my desk. So, yeah, it will make hitchhikers a lot. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see. Gonna chop this off. Then I'm gonna chop that out like that. And about like this. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to fit over the whole card. It can hang over. It can do whatever you want it to do. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it. And I'm gonna once again do this with the Fabri-Tac. And I'm just going to put a very thin little bit of Fabri-Tac on here. Just move my nozzle faster all the way around. And just kind of make sure it gets a little thin layer on there. And now what I just did with that is I put my pin back in, put my cap back on. I've got one of these tall medicine bottles. I just dropped it down in there. Because I'm going to use it some more, I can just reach down and then my glue will be ready to use. It'll be at the top. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. It kind of takes away from I don't know, it kind of brings the whole thing together. And this color is pulled over here, and this color is pulled up, and that just works real well for me. Now, I am going to ink it lightly. I'm not going to go overboard on it. Just real lightly. Mostly around the edges. And that's what I want. And by putting this real thin, flat lace like that, you'll still be able to write on the back of it. It won't be a problem. And because I am gluing to fabric of some sort, I am again using my Fabri-Tac. And I don't know if y'all noticed how quickly that was ready to use. It was just ready to use once I pulled it out. And if your Fabri-Tac volcanoes, like it so often does, put a pin in it. And it'll let that air bubble get popped. Okay. I like it, I like it. See, we can put some bling on here when we get ready to decorate. Okay, one more. Let's see what this does. This does not do it as well for me. Let me see if we double it up. That's better. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, I do like that. I do like that. So, let's see what we can do with our tool here. I'm trying to see what shape it is. And it doesn't have to be. Oh, it's oval. That's why I'm having a... I was looking for the flat edge, but that is just as oval as it can be. How funny was that? Okay. Yes, I crack myself up sometimes. I crack myself up sometimes. And here again, I'm just putting that thin amount, thin layer. And I don't want that to bubble, so I am going to take the time to put my pen back in it. See where I'm going with this. I think I'm going right like that. Yeah. And actually, I want this to be covered with the mesh. So what I'm going to do is cut off this excess down here. And get the correct glue. Get this covered down here. And it does not have to be perfect. Let's see where we're going with it. Yep, right like that. Okay, and see that just it kind of grays that out a little bit. It takes that bright white off of it. Y'all look what good shape my pen is in. You reckon I've jammed that into something at a time or two? Okay, and I did it again, but I do need to ink around this one a little bit. Pull that bright white away. And I'm not going real dark with it, just giving it a hint of vintage. And because this is going onto that tool, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac again. I know that they say that art glitter glue works well on fabric, and it probably does if you do it properly, but I'm sure that it's operator error on my part. I don't seem to have too much luck with it, but it is my favorite glue for paper. When you really need something to stick. And it is my most favorite glue for embellishments. It holds on to embellishments well. Bling and such. Okay, now, I think that turned out pretty. And that Fabri-Tac on the back of that glue, on the back of that cardstock will go through the tool and actually hold the cardstock down to the journaling card. Doesn't have to, because it's going to hold on to the tool, and the tool's holding on to the journaling card. So, okay, let's see what we've got here. We will start with one of these, and we'll start with some of this. Get that little tip cut off of there. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yep, there we go. And you don't have to glue your lace all the way down. Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, she would take this now and she would put hot glue on the back of there and she would stick it down, and this would hold the lace in place. I'm just gonna use a little bit of my Fabri-Tac. Stick my lace on there. Use a little bit more of my Fabri-Tac. I hope y'all laugh with me. Okay, then stick this down on there. Somewhat straight, but not necessarily straight. Okay, and this is how I end up with glue all over my hands. I have to scrub my hands before I go in to cook dinner. It's funny. Okay, now this one, to me, this one does need some bling. It needs something going on down here. So let's see what we've got going on. I think I might know what I want. And this is very surprising to me. Wait till y'all see it. And it may or may not be what I want. Let's go. Purple. Oh, no. No. Not what I wanted at all. Not what I wanted at all. But look at this pink. It's too big. But I think we're going to go with some of this. And I'm just going to cut it out a little bit. Won't hurt a thing to cut that little pattern out. Unless I cut off one of the flowers that I didn't want to. Let's try this. Okay, yes, so far I'm liking that. And now if I can find some little bling. I think I want gold. Of course I want gold because it's the one I did not pull out. And I think I have everything but gold up here. Yep, everything but gold. Oh, look, there I found it. I found a little piece. Yay. Yep. And we can go right there. And then when we put a topper on it, it'll be just right. I think so. So we're just going to come right across here. And then right across here. Probably should have put this on the back of the bling itself. But guess what? It'll be alright. That worked out. It worked out alright. Except for I have this all over my hands again now. What's a crafter without gluey hands? A crafter that hasn't been crafting. That's true for me. Let's see what we got going on here. I think no. Okay. Oh, I think yes. Washi tape. I can find which way it goes. I'm just going to dab a little glue. If I can get my glue out, just going to dab a little glue on there. Just a little extra something something. So that maybe it'll hold a little better. Upside down. Nope. Not upside down. There. I like that a lot. And then we'll put a topper of some kind on there and she'll be good. Okay, another one. Let's see. Nope. I might have to get another handful of flowers out, y'all. Okay, this one has, oh, yes. Okay, so what I have is the other piece of lace that I cut off of there. And this has a blue ribbon on it, and it pulls that blue down. Okay, very good. Very good, very good. And I'm just going to put this lace on a little diagonally. See if I have front or the back. Which side looks best? Make a decision and plop it down. Look here. Y'all, I actually do have a tool for this to keep my hands from getting all dirty, gluey, but hey, they're already gluey, so. And it sits on my desk and I'm weird about that. Okie dokie. And I just did a very light inking on that just to, and if I wanted to, I could. I like those torn edges up because it picks up that brown ink and I like that look. I realized I haven't inked anything yet today, so it'll be all right. Everything is gonna be all right. And I'm just putting a thin layer of this Fabri-Tac on here. My little dog, y'all, she loves my parents. And she goes in and she sits with my mama, and the next thing I know, she'll be up in my mama's lap. My mama will be asleep holding her. And that dog will just stay there as still and as quiet. It's so sweet. Okay, and I think that's all we're going to do on that one for right now. I probably will put some bling or some Nuvo drops or something or some Winkostella on the flowers. Just something to decorate it up a little bit more. But this video is going to be 5 hours long if I don't get moving. Yep, I like that one. And I like it with just that. Oh, oh look. But this could be this. This could be this. No. But it certainly could be that. And I'm going to take the one that has the full arch. Put it up there. Okay, so I will again just ink this just a little bit, not a lot, and go over this just a little bit. And that's gonna go right there. That's gonna go right there. Yep. Speed up this process a little bit if I can. Oh, and we're gonna have a piece right here. How's that for multitasking? Okay, so this is gonna go here. This is gonna go here. I'm hoping I put enough glue down here for that to seep up through that lace. Here I go again. And then this is the correct side, and it's gonna go right there. Now, guess what I want? I want that little green button. Oh, look, there it is. Yup. Normally, I would put thread in this button. But we all know I'm not normal. So guess what? Today it's just gonna be a button. Yeah. Like I said, today it's just gonna be a button, and it just needs to get on there. There we go. Too much glue on my hands. Let's see what this did down here. I think that idea worked. Okay. So there we go. Didn't that turn out cute? I like that one. Okay, one more. One more. Let's see what we've got over here. We have another pretty rose, but it's not big enough. Boy, it seems I picked out a bunch of little thingamajigs. Ooh, that's pretty. Yep, that's pretty, and it pulls that color over here. Like it, like it, like it. Oh, look what I've got. Just the perfect piece to put behind it. And that's the right way. And that can go like that. Yes, it can. Very little ink. And very little ink. And off we go. I had my glue sitting up, so now it's blowing at me. Look, look how well that works. If you remember to use it. Now I'm gonna have to decide which end's up on this one, and be careful not to put it upside down, because you know that is a tendency for me. There we go. That's the right way. Okay. Alright, guys. I think that I'm going to work on these pockets a little later. I'll go ahead and put my notch in here. This is a punch that came with a small scoreboard. It's actually for envelope making. But sometimes I like to use the notch for my thumb pull for my pocket. It works out well. Okay, I am going to say goodbye for this video. I will decorate these up and I'll put them in the thumbnail on the video so you'll get to see them. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody's having a happy day. I hope you're safe wherever you are, and I thank you for watching. See y'all next time.